Woo! Hey everybody, it's Kevin here for you, one of the My Hero Academia Manga Chapter 3 Action Slash Reviews. This is My Hero Academia 330, so let's get into it. And before we get into the chapter, there is a weekly shonen cover art of Deku, and he's wearing the same outfit as last time with the Gran Torino scarf and everything, but it's a bit more clean now, so I guess they didn't want like the ragged look. And I heard that an article came, not an article, but I think of course came out and said that when he was drawing Deku in the beat up outfit that he was in for a pretty long while, he said that was pretty hard for him to draw. I mean, like yeah, I mean like we had a few close up shots where it's a lot of detail in how messed up the gloves were, like all the ridges and stuff in it, his scarf, his whole outfit, his metal um uh sorry, I don't. They never came up with a specific name. That middle mouth gear that he uses sometimes. That thing, like I can understand how that would be pretty hard to draw. I mean, for me, it'd be pretty hard to draw in general. But all the like details of the cracking of the metal and like the roughness of his gloves, I can understand that. I can understand that. And in here, it's just half of it's Deku in the background green, and the other half is Shigaraki in the background is red. I saw this on Twitter. I might put this in the thumbnail if I can get it some way because it looks really good. It looks really good, just like that Todoroki one. I want to put that in the thumbnail, but I can't find it anywhere. It's that really nice looking Todoroki one when he's like this and fire and ice coming out of his hand. It looks really nice. Anyway, and they both have their hands like so. I keep doing that so my phone will turn off. You don't touch it. They're both doing their hands like this, and like I said from last chapter, Shigaraki does have a hole in his hand. So either he's not completely healed up yet, and maybe that might be an indication to where, like, look at Shigaraki's hand. Oh no, it's closed. He's completely done. Or maybe he's gonna use some quirk, and that's its property. Or maybe that you have to do that for some reason. That's kind of. I mean, that's kind of dumb. I mean, maybe something cool to do with I don't know. On my phone turned off. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But let's get into the chapter 330. Finally made it here. It's been a while. Oh, I scrolled down a bit too far. I don't want to spoil myself. Okay, first panel. Not hero. This chapter is called "Me and Myself," and we see a fighter pilot. Oh, I think it's like the same pilot. No. Well, we see one of the planes that was escorting Stars and Stripes. Negative star. That is Shigaraki Tomura. It appears he can utilize EMP blast as well. Oh, so those planes gonna go down. The conflict begins. All units deploy force fields and discharge, disengage autopilot. Roger. The wing commander Bravo. Yeah, she's making a serious face. Requesting final confirmation. Do we engage or retreat? Stars and Stripes. Only one option left. Smash. Okay. He's like, oh my, copy that. Let's hope that at least one jet can make it back to base. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one she's standing on a 6. Oh, 7 is one below, so 7. Yo, they'll all get destroyed. Oh my goodness. Yo, they all get destroyed. Oh, good. One of the jets, take your formation. Stripes. It's time to exterminate a villain. Okay, so she will win the kill, I guess. If the rest of you fall in battle, I'll make sure to return your bodies to your family. Oh, I mean, that's nice. And yeah, Shigaraki's on the back of a Nomu that can fly. Shigaraki, what is this weird sensation? I know for a fact that I'm Shigaraki Tomura, but at the same time I am undoubtedly myself too. There's a little note here. All for One is talking here as he uses Boku as a pronoun, where Shigaraki uses Ori. So I know the fact that Shigaraki Tomura, but at the same time. So I'm guessing All for One is using his body like last time, but Shigaraki is in a bit more control situation. So like I'm trying to think. What's a good explanation? Maybe they say some more stuff here, but based on what we got here, I'm guessing it's like okay. The first time All For One took over Sagaraki's body, y'all seen Thor Ragnarok. Remember when it's sort of like that Hulk. Bruce Banner said that usually when he turns into the Hulk, it's sort of like he didn't like specifically say this part, but it's basically like Hulk is driving, he's in charge, he's going. Well, I'm in like the I'm in the passenger seat right next to him. I'm in the front seat right next to him. I see what's going on. I feel everything. Like I'm right here with him. But for like the past 5 years, he was on Sakaar for like 5 years I think, or 4 years. For like the past year, when Hulk was in the driver's seat, I was in the trunk. Like I couldn't like it was complete black. I can't remember nothing. I don't know what was going on. That's why he was like, "What's going on, Sokovia?" He had no idea what's going on. Usually he knows what's going on when he's with the Hulk. So I'm guessing in here, it's All For One. I'm guessing. I don't know. Let me just get read on if I sound stupid. Maybe I'll explain it. Maybe I should just read on if I sound stupid. Never mind. Let me make this. Um, Shigaraki radio waves plus push plus load up. Since waking up, it's constantly been like this. Stars and Stripes jumps off of the plane, and you see Smooth, and she says dives. Oh, that's not no EMP. That's like a combi. That's like a huge electricity, like giant wave boat. He just shoot out. That is like, well, he did say, yeah, radio waves plus push plus, yeah. So I guess that's like all the other quirks added on to radio wave. It's like this huge beam effect that he shot at them. Who do you think gonna get the first touch in Mrs. America? And Start lands on another plane. Even if I knew what other hidden abilities you have in store for me, I would have no need to prepare for them. That's what it truly means to be the strongest there is, boy. Atmosphere. Stars and Stripes. Oh, this is Stars and Stripes. I thought it was Shigaraki. Atmosphere. Stars and Stripes quirk. The atmosphere from here to 100 m in front of me will cease. Wait, what? Will cease to exist. New order. Stars and Stripes. The atmosphere. The atmosphere is like what the? So from 100 miles. Hold up. Atmosphere. And she like grips like the air sort of, like some like solid air comes to 100 m in front of me will cease to exist. New order. Let me just see how this. Let me just okay. And a giant star appears over Shigaraki, and she says after touching a target and calling its name, she is able to freely impose a new rule over it. Now perish. Gasp. What a horrifying quirk. I want it. Any freak who's able to come all the way up here surely wouldn't be finished by just that. Lasers? Oh, she's saying lasers. She yells lasers and all the planes shoot lasers at Shigaraki. Okay. Direct hit. I think I brought him down. You idiot. I was the one who hit him first. It's not over yet. Oh, snap. Reflection plus reflection. And he reflects the lasers back at them. I could hold lasers? He's like holding one of the beams back. His body is regenerating. Because of that, the Japanese hero is lost. The vacuums come undone. This is the limit of new order. And he's starting to crack his fingers. Now. And he shoots himself toward Stars and Stripes. A super powerful aerial man Ever. She launches herself off the plane and she punches Shigaraki. She touches him and she yells his name and it has the stripes. Oh, so I think her quirk's gonna take effect. Oh, yo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, she punches Shigaraki midair while he was flying towards her. Haha. Just where I wanted you to be. A long time ago, I was saved by a Japanese exchange student while I was with my family near Santa Monica Pier. A runaway villain attacked us in our car. Try to work that smaller. As I welcomed my death, I had only one thought. Let someone at least save my sister. You see young All Might. And see a little girl with glasses. Since then, those two long strands of hair have been engraved into my soul. He became my spiritual master. Oh, so they never like actually met. And so in order to collaborate with even greater forces, even greater force towards the main trends of world peace, I styled my hair just like his, but instead, and I missed some words at the top. So let me read those. Stars and Stripes is only able to create a minimum, maintain two different rules at any given time. She uses the first of her, she uses the fist on herself, first of herself, at all times to grant her super strength. Although it is to All Might, incomparable to All Might, it still is quite the threat. Okay, so she's not as strong as All Might, but it still packs a pretty punch. And when she says, "I styled my hair just like his," but instead, let me go down to the next page, with 8 long strands. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. uh, oh, she slammed Shigaraki on another plane. Everywhere I go, it's always been about All Might. That's why he's the symbol of peace. Oh, and by the way, I touched both. Oh yeah, by the way, I've both touched you and said your name. If Shigaraki Tomura were to move even an inch from this point onward, his heart will stop. What? If we get like a detailed face of it. Hmm. So no matter. Okay, so that quirk's pretty powerful. So she can like make a vacuum and stick you in there, and then if she touches you and say your name. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. This might not work. Cause that's not his literal name. Remember, he had a name before he took on the Tomura name from All for One, but that's not his actual name. His actual name is Shigaraki. I forget. It was from his regular parents. But I mean, he does take that as his name, so that might work. I don't know. There might be a loophole to where if this won't work, that's not his legitimate legal name. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it has to be like the legitimate name. But he's been going with Shigaraki Tomura for so long that the quirk might still work. Like I don't know, if you have a nickname and she calls you that, maybe it might still work. And you still go by that, maybe. But I don't know, maybe. But that is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. And maybe it's not like his own. Maybe it's his free because like he's on top of a plane, so he might move. Maybe like you move like yourself, like intentionally. But man, they got him. She got him good. I mean, honestly, this won't be the end of Shigaraki. Something gotta happen. Something gotta happen. I don't know. Something gotta happen. That's crazy. You move even an inch from this point onward, the heart will stop. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Even according to Shigaraki, he's soaked. His eyes just got huge. I'm caught. As soon as as soon as I opened my eyes, I could already tell, become mine, dear brother, that I was in an extremely perilous situation. Usually it would take me 2 months to recover and become me completely, but it's simply incredible, Tomura. we see like this. We see we see Shigaraki and we see we see All for One, and then we see Shigaraki coming out of All for One, like trying to move him aside, and he like, so he's like still trying to take control, and All for One's still like controlling him, and he's like, okay, so it would have took 2 months for him to recover. I guess that means physically and mentally to come take control of his own body, but then now he's like, he's been doing like he's been cutting that time out short. He's like, it's incredible from there. Like you're taking over his body so quickly already. Okay, next panel. We see All for One. Your hate, your destructive impulses, they have in they have exceeded anything me or the doctor could ever imagine. If I were to quantify it, we're at around 97 or 98% right now. We're almost one. No, we become one person at the same. Jeez. But we are neither one all for one, nor Shigaraki Tomura. A completely new being is emerging from within. Shigaraki yells, "No!" She says, "It's not working." If he's not Shigaraki Tomura, oh, okay, this is a loophole, yeah, because he's all for one, like so really. Hate me, nature, that hatred even more. Your hatred will give birth to one glorious future. Shigaraki gets, I think he's all the way up, and he's screaming, and his hair is like going crazy. His super long hair is going crazy. It all began at that home. Slowly, his hatred accumulated. Oh, there's a break next week. The fight reaches its conclusion, and there's like a huge. That's it. Okay, end of the chapter. The fight reaches its conclusion, and we just see a wide shot, and we just see a big ball of white light with black lightning. One piece, like black lightning shooting off, and there's a break next week. Okay, so what is going on? Okay, so beginning of the chapter. I guess let's review this. Beginning of the chapter was pretty decent. Uh, they got faith in each other, and she's a pretty nice person. I was wondering how, and he's able to. Well, it's all for one. It's all for one, but he's still able to like combine different quirks. He was doing that against All Might because he was like strength plus whatever, and he'll punch All Might, and then it would be like a big shockwave. Like he would like just add on quirks on the quirks to one big attack. So he could do that too. Well, it's all for one, but his body can still do that. Her first quirk, I'm okay. Let me It says atmosphere. To 100 miles in front of me, everything will cease to exist, and like a star comes over Sakuragi and like holds him there for a minute. But he's still able to somewhat move or like reflect. Oh yeah, and then I guess he didn't move when he reflected those lasers. But, okay, it's really the second thing to where if she touches you while this thing is activated, she can um, say whatever, and then because it doesn't seem like this because okay, I would say the limitation is to kill you, but literally she says if you move, your heart will stop, and she was surprised that it wasn't working. So I guess she has used some sort of ability. I mean, she has used a commandment sort of like that before, to where if you do something, you die, and they moved and they died, and he's moving and she's not dying. And the loophole, I guess, that around that was it was all for one, in his head controlling his body, and it was Shigaraki was the one that actually moved his body. Like, yeah, it was. Well, no, I guess. Hmm. I get okay. She said that. I guess it's tricky because it's like two different beings inside of Shigaraki's mind. All one literally wants to become one with Shigaraki with his body. Obviously, Shigaraki does not want that. So I think those theories about Shigaraki killing All for One might become true because I keep seeing that. And I was like, nah, that wouldn't work. But the fact that he's really trying to take over his body to meld as one, Shigaraki clearly did not. Like I think he even said that. Yeah, even way before this, when he was taking over his body, when he left the whole war arc, he was like, "Yo, okay, well, we got a way, so give me back my body and stuff." And he was like, "Nah." I don't think he said. I forget what he said, but they were still kind of arguing, getting mad, like, "Stop taking control of my body. This is me. We don't have the same goals in mind. Like, like stop touching me. Like, they stop touching me, man. Like, what are you doing?" So those might become true, and especially after this chapter. And I don't know what is going. So like, I guess it's all those quirk, cause it's like okay. And what gives her strength again? I forget. I really forget. Stars and Stripes is only able to create and maintain two different rules at any given time. She uses the first of herself at all times to grant her super strength. She uses the first of herself at all times to grant her super strength. Okay. And then yeah, I was also we might see a sister too. We might see a sister someday. Okay, I was wondering like um how do they meet? Cause I was like, no, I mean, what I said last week made sense to where like when he probably saved her or met her when she was like a kid and while he was in America, studying. But then from this, she never met him at all. She never. I mean, she met him obviously when she was a kid and he saved her, but they never like had a one-on-one talk. He trained her a little bit. Like I thought that's what happened. Like maybe while he was a student, he trained her a little bit, and then he left back to Japan because he had to go back to Japan. But no, he saved her. She idolized him like crazy, made her whole self-image around him, and then he left, and then she just kept doing what she was doing. Still respecting and idolizing All Might while he was in Japan, and she was still praising him like crazy. So that's what happened. They never like had a one-on-one talk. But yeah, I guess I'll train you. I'm training myself. Well, I guess I can train you too. You seem like a pretty young, nice, good hero. I guess that never actually happened. So it would be a nice moment. Well, if they, I don't know what's going on in this last panel, because she used her quirk to make Shigaraki not move at all. Like stay there or you're gonna die. Shigaraki, one is saying that we're about 98 or 90. I mean, 97, 97, 98 cents to complete to become one. Obviously, Shigaraki don't want that, so he's starting to move and yell like crazy. And she's like, "Why isn't this working?" And we see cracks starting to come in Shigaraki's eyes, like crazy. Like when somebody gets mad or intensifies, they put the lines in their eyes to see that. But no, we literally see like big like cracks in his eyes plus those lines, and he's yelling, and he's starting to move, and she's like, "What?" And yeah, she's like, "What? It's not working." Uh, hate me, nurture that hatred even more. That hatred will give birth to our glorious future. So I guess he's trying to kick him out. Like he just was in that panel where you see Shigaraki really coming out of all for one like shoulder, like trying to get him out of here. And it all began at that home slowly. His hatred accumulated, and then we see a huge explosion type of fusion thing happen in the air, and the fight reaches its conclusion, and there's a break next week. So based on this, I just don't know. Like this is, jeez, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I just don't know. Man, I wish that I can't find any like renders or good pictures of Stars and Stripes to put in the thumbnail. I just can't. Maybe there's some out now that she's been a character for a while. Maybe not. Who knows? I tried to find one. I guess there's really no point in putting that picture of Deku and Shigaraki since Deku was not in this chapter at all. At all. She was not in this chapter at all. So, that's the chapter. I really like Shigaraki's long white hair. I really like that. I hope he keeps that. If he doesn't, just cut it back to how it used to be. Don't cut it like super short. But, yeah, I guess that's the chapter break next week. So I guess we gotta wait a whole another week. It's One Piece on break this week, and my hair's gonna be on break next week. So crazy. But oh, yeah. Okay. This was crazy. This was crazy. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all later. I think you all out there will be a wonderful and beautiful and handsome human beings. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. I'm gonna need to watch some other videos to see that intake. Unless you guys want to explain to me in the comments exactly. I understand how that first quirk works, where she activates it, if she touches you, and she'll say your name out loud. Whatever she says will happen to you. So if you move, you die, or if you do this and I say this, whatever will happen. I understand that quirk, but and then that first quirk, the average way, it would say it ceased to exist. I thought like it was something like Shigaraki's decay quirk, like or like what is it? Sort of like I guess it's sort of like in JoJo's Okiyasu's the hand quirk or whatever. his hand touches that where it was would cease to exist. I remember he would literally like erase the existence of the air around you and pull you in, but it didn't pull directly in. It like made a star atmosphere thing around him, and it was stuck in that for a minute. So I don't know. Maybe in the comments, maybe I gotta watch some other videos to really understand that quirk. And the super strength, she uses all of herself to get to herself super strength. That's not part. That's not like competing with awful level of All Might's strength, but it is still pretty powerful to where it's gonna pack a punch. So I don't know. I probably gotta watch another video on that one. Probably gotta watch another video on that one, or if you people in the comments will gladly help me out with this. But I think I already said this. I think so. I don't know. I guess I'll say it again. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for out there for being wonderful and beautiful and handsome human beings. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. I gotta figure this out.